I've just decided though that I'm gonna just pick my camera up and vlog, because doing recipes right now is virtually impossible for a few reasons. Number one, it's just been a really busy summer. And number two, my kitchen has been so hot. If you have been in London, then you know the summer that we're having. It's almost impossible to film. It's never ever been like this. I've got a few things going on this week. I'm heading up north to Yorkshire. I'm going on a Fortnum's brand trip. No doubt the food's gonna be incredible, and wherever we stay is gonna be incredible because they always go all out. I'm also heading to Bali, which is, as you know, it's a big trip, especially if you're traveling from here. It's like an 18-hour flight, and I'm just trying to get prepared for that. I'm heading out there for a wedding, so I've got a lot of organization to do. I don't want to leave it last minute. I'm actually heading down to central London right now. I need to find some shoes, some earrings. Also want to get a shark fan because it's been highly recommended. I feel like in Bali, I'm really going to need it. Apparently it's super humid. Right now, I'm just having a little bit of breakfast, starting with some watermelon, and I'm going to just have probably like a few eggs. I've actually got a plant in there that I want to fry, and get my ass out of this door and get down to central because I don't want to leave it too late either to go to central. This is some juicy watermelon, lots of lime squeezed over. Very, very good. I'm gonna do a quick little breakfast. I've got some eggs. I also go crazy for these tomatoes. I get them from the farmer's market. These are called Brad's Atomic tomatoes, and they are just divine. And I've been very, very militant and on eating cruciferous vegetables every morning without fail. For some reason, we just can't get organic broccoli in the UK. I don't know why. I think maybe because it's been so hot, there's a shortage or something's going on with organic broccoli at the moment. So I've got some cabbage, which I've just been enjoying, just simply steamed. I've also got a plantain. And did I mention I'm doing eggs? I think I said I'm gonna obviously cook with some eggs for my breakfast. Cabbage. I've had these smoked oysters in my cupboard for the longest. I have no idea what they taste like, so I'm going to actually open them and add them to my little breakfast plate. Ooh, okay. And there's literally 4 oysters in this tin. I can smell the smokiness. Steamed cabbage, crispy fried eggs. And then something that I've been loving and I've just been throwing on pretty much everything are these sprouted sunflower seeds. I found them in Sainsbury's. They are very, very good. So steamed cabbage, smoked oysters, they are very smoky. They will be your thing if you like smoked things. If you don't, they definitely won't. I don't know if they fully belong on this breakfast plate, but I'm gonna eat them nonetheless. I've got some chopped tomatoes, cucumber with a bit of basil, fried plantain and some fried eggs, and those sprouted sunflower seeds, which are just a must on basically everything that I'm eating right now. I feel like they'd be better on a cracker, maybe with something creamy. Something creamy, like maybe, I don't know, like some type of cheese. It might be quite nice, but anyways. About to take my supplements. There are some that I prefer to take after I eat. Should have actually have done this broccoli sprout shot before I ate. This is from a brand called the Organic Superfood Company. The supplements that I've been consistent with that are personally working for me include a zinc, magnesium, B6, a vitamin C. The whole of May I was down and out. I don't know what happened. I kind of feel like I had back-to-back COVID or something, but it was really bad. So I have been, on taking my vitamin C supplement. Haven't missed it since May, since I was really, really ill, along with the zinc actually. I've been doing a CoQ10, a vitamin D on days where I'm not kind of sat in the sun and I feel like I need a top up, not playing about my vitamin D. And I've also been taking these alkaline superfood supplements from a brand called Nadu. This brand was created by one of my close friends, Terrence. This vegetable harvest one, and there's the fruit harvest. Ingredients include blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, bitter melon, mango, raspberry leaf powder, soursop, lime fruit. When it comes to health, there is no one more passionate that I know than Terrence. He's poured all of his heart and soul into creating these supplements. I head to Space NK because I am obsessed with certain hair products. I'm an absolute hair junkie at the moment. So I'm gonna go and grab a few things that I need for wash day tomorrow. So there's this bakery, it's called Copans, and they sent me this card where I can get complimentary pastries. I initially tried it, I did not enjoy it, but honestly, the last time that I had it, the pastry was great. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go check it out. Get the ivy juice, please. Thank you. Starting off with that green juice, it was fantastic. It was really well balanced. It was fresh. It just had the right ratio of greens and fruit. Like, I really enjoyed it. So the pistachio cookie, I was so impressed. Gluten-free or not, this was just a fantastic cookie. It had this pistachio and chocolate ganache on top. It was packed with chocolate and it was just perfect. Like, I really enjoyed it. It had a great texture, the right amount of softness for a cookie. Definitely the best thing that I've ordered from the Copan Bakery. I would order it again and I would actually recommend this. That was definitely the best thing that I've had from here. It was delicious. The cookie was good. Yeah. Oh, I love macadamia. Okay, next time. By the way, I am filming on my DJI Pocket 4, which I had from the beginning of summer, but I just have not used it enough. You know what? Why I don't vlog so much is I feel so awkward in public. I still feel this kind of cringe feeling when I'm talking to a camera, but I do need to get over it. Everyone and their aunt talks to a camera. I just don't know what it is. Maybe one day, guys, I will just get better at doing this and just kind of bring you more. See, even when someone passed, I'm like, mute! You'd think that after 10 years of being on YouTube, I would have that confidence just to whip my camera out and film wherever I am, and that's actually what holds me back from vlogging. I was just thinking of staying in Angel and doing everything that I need to do, but unfortunately, not all the shops that I need are in one place, so I'm just gonna head to Central. List for Bali just keeps on getting longer. I don't even have a bag to go with the dress that I'm wearing. Like I said, I don't have the shoes. I feel like I need some type of statement earring because I'm not wearing any necklace with the dress that I've chosen. So the earrings need to be quite, you know, not out there, but just very special.
Is it the four?
It is, yeah.
Can I quickly see it?
Yeah, sure.
This is exactly what I bought. What's the main difference, would you say?
I have no idea because I never had the three. No.
That looks, do you mind if I hold
Yeah,
it just
of
for a
course.
second? This looks sick. But wait, how do you thing it?
So you go up and down, and then to zoom you like double tap, and then it will
Double tap the screen?
So double tap this,
Yeah.
and then you can go in like that, and then out.
So how do you actually press record?
So it's recording now.
Oh, it's recording.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at this beautiful model.
Oh, bless
She's amazing. I think it's worth it.
I think it's worth it. If you want to, do you do
Yeah, I do
vlogging?
YouTube.
Oh, do you? What's your channel?
Okay, cool.
So this is Mia's Travel. Yeah, if I ever put
Mia's
this.
Collective.
Mia's Collective. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Mia's Collective. Okay, I'm gonna go check your channel out. But it's mainly
So
travel.
excited. Yeah, I do travel content.
Cool. Where have you travelled to this summer?
A
Have you
couple
been in?
places. Been to Tenerife,
Wow,
Greece,
lovely.
Amsterdam.
Love
Not too many,
Amsterdam.
but I got a lot
Yeah,
planned,
no, that's
so.
a lot. That's more than me. Honestly, that is
That's
more
this
than
is
me. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell the people.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Have a blessed day.
Oh, you too. Take care. Bye. Just as I was talking about the camera, that lovely girl Mia just stopped me. It is a really great camera. I would recommend it. Where am I going? I'm not even going northbound. I'm going southbound. Lord. If you vlog a lot, it will make your life easier. It will make your life a lot easier, and it's very compact as well. Maybe I'll show it to you later, but like on another camera, me filming on another camera, so I can properly show you. Let's go. Get on this tube. I've just walked down a little side road heading to go and get a jar of juice. Just here. Yeah, managed to get most of the things that I need. I was definitely reminded of why I do not like to come down here. Miss Master Spencer. Sticking to the list. 2 things. I only need 2 things. Fish and some potatoes. I've never tried their coconut yogurt, so I'm going to give it a go. And that's it. 3 things. I did well. Because I'm traveling this week, there's just no point in buying stuff. I've got so much in the fridge anyways from my last farmer's market trip. So lots of vegetables to get through. Yeah, I'm going to head home now. I shared this spicy tomato prawn orzo over on my Instagram and I had so many requests for it, so I'm going to share it for tonight's dinner. We are going to be needing some prawns, of course. If you don't do prawns, you can substitute with any protein that you enjoy. I actually just had a thought, I might do it. I might add some chickpeas in just to boost the fiber in this recipe. And also I just like free flowing with cooking, you know, I don't like to be too rigid, and I saw some cooked chickpeas in my fridge which might be a nice addition in this dish, so we'll see. So yeah, we're going to be needing some prawns along with lots of cherry tomatoes which are in season right now, and of course it's the best time to eat tomatoes. If you're going to enjoy a good tomato, now is definitely the time. I use lots of fresh parsley. This parsley is a little bit, I don't know, lifeless looking, but it will be fine. It will be absolutely fine once chopped up and thrown into this recipe. I'm also going to be adding in some fresh thyme. I love all herbs, but I've got some thyme, so I'm going to be adding some of that in, along with some lemon. We're going to need some onions and some garlic. Of course, we're going to be needing some orzo. If you'd like a gluten-free option, you could use rice in place. That will work. So yeah, you have options. I'm going to start off by cleaning these prawns, and I'm just going to let them marinate. 2 bowls, 1 for the prawn itself and then 1 for the stuff that we're going to take out of the prawns. If you don't clean your prawns, no judgment, but I prefer to do this step for sure. Give them a good wash. Very simple. At the bottom, I'm just going to make a little slit, and then I'm going to take that little black stuff out. So we're going to give the prawns a wash and a rinse. I placed over some salt, some pepper and some ground garlic, and I just placed the prawns in the fridge, just letting them sit. I will take them out just before I'm about to cook them, before I'm about to throw them into the orzo dish. Okay, prawns are clean. We can now move on to just grabbing our 1 pot and then just throwing everything in, and it's going to be really simple from here. Okay, that's probably the most complicated part of this recipe. So I've grabbed a nice heavy based pan. I'm using this one from Our Place. I will actually list all of the pans that I use in my description because that is the most frequent question that I get asked, and I like a few brands actually. I like Our Place. I've got a few from Made In which are fantastic, especially the stainless steel ones. I also often use some Hexclair pans, and then I've got some Le Creuset ones also. So yeah, I'll put all of my pans, everything that I use, you can find the links in my description. But for today, I'm using the titanium, I believe this is the 28-inch Our Place pan. Love it. So always using a sharp knife in the kitchen. If you're using a blunt knife, that is a potential recipe for disaster. We want a nice sharp knife that just glides through. Okay, I'm using a little bit of olive oil. Just swirl in a little bit. I got a big bulb of garlic, like the biggest bulb ever. I think I've got 4 cloves left from the farmer's market, and it is the most pungent, I mean in the best way possible, but just the most pungent, potent garlic that I have ever used. It's great stuff, and it's grown locally, so Yeah, it's like nothing that I've ever used before. I'm only using 2 cloves. When I tell you this garlic is fat, it is chunky, okay? So yeah, 2 cloves is more than enough. So into the pan, I heated a little bit of olive oil and I threw in those chopped onions, the minced garlic and some fresh chilli, seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper, and just cooked everything on a very, very gentle heat. So onto the cherry tomatoes. You could throw them in whole, but I've just got a thing where I like to chop mine in half, so you choose. So once the onions and garlic had cooked down for maybe like 10 minutes or so, I threw in the chopped cherry tomatoes. Like I said, you can keep them whole if that is easier. Then I threw in just a bunch of herbs. I threw in some dried oregano along with some fresh thyme. So just creating a really simple cherry tomato sauce. So you just want to let those cherry tomatoes just cook and get juicy and flavorful in all of that garlic and all of those onions. This is where you can just get adventurous with seasonings. If you'd like to add some spices like cumin, you can go ahead and do that. So once the tomatoes had just reduced, I threw in some cold butter. This is just to make the orzo extra tasty. Almost just allowing the orzo just to cook in the pan. Before we throw any liquid in for the orzo, I'm just going to allow it just to soak up all of that flavour in that pan. Yeah, I decided to throw in those chickpeas just because I love variety with anything that I'm eating. I want a bit of this, a bit of that, and chickpeas will just work so well, and I'm just trying to use up everything in my fridge. So these were some pressure cooked chickpeas that I had. So I'm going to do half broth, half water. Obviously I prefer to do 100% broth because it's the tastiest option, but I've only got a little pouch of broth right now, so, and I don't have any vegetable stock or anything, so you could use any stock or broth of choice, or you could just still use water because this has so much flavour in it, it will still be delicious. Throwing the liquid in, just stirred everything, and this is actually going to be a dish that requires a lot of stirring. I threw in some more black pepper and a few extra dried herbs. Keeping an eye on your orzo, this is a dish that you're just going to need to just stay close to and continue stirring and cooking until all of that liquid has absorbed. If you need to throw some more liquid in, you can do that. That's why I just say with a dish like this, it's just best to add the liquid gradually so you don't overdo it, because you can always add more. You can always fix something when you need to add something. Recently, I have been having minimal dairy just because that's what feels best. Minimal to none, or none to minimal. I don't know which way round. But yeah, I decided just to grate in a little bit of Parmesan just because I want to enjoy my meal, and this will just make it extra tasty. But you could leave it out if you are totally dairy free, or if you want to add some just a little bit like me, you can do that. I threw in those prawns along with lots of fresh parsley. We like dried herbs, we love fresh herbs, we use them all. So just combining everything and just letting those prawns cook. They took about 3 minutes or so. And yeah, I was ready to serve this gorgeous dinner up. How wonderful does this look? My spicy tomato prawn orzo, absolutely delicious. Extra chickpeas in there just for some extra enjoyment and some extra fiber, extra nutrition. I absolutely adore this recipe. I hope you've loved me just breaking this last recipe down. Hopefully some of you will go away and try it. Let me know if you do. I had another helping of this orzo dish. Let me know if you like this style of video. I kind of want to do more vlogs, so let me know if that's something that you want to see. I will see you all very soon. See you.